What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Elden Ring walkthrough. What we're going to do this time is we are going to take out all of the nighttime specific bosses of Limgrave. So I've been kind of putting those off for now. I'm actually going to clear this item or this icon off my map because I don't need it anymore. And so there are a total of 5 nighttime bosses in Limgrave. We have access to 4 of them right now, but the 5th one that we can't access is actually because Bernal is still in a shack. It spawns in a shack when Bernal moves to a new spot, but it's of a type of mini boss, if that makes any sense, that I am going to want to kill. There's a few of them that are over the world, and I'm going to want to kill all of them of that type probably in one other episode that will be much later on. So the other 4 I'm happy to take on right now. I will say they are challenging. They're not going to be a pushover, but they're definitely not out of our league at this point. So, you know, kind of take these on, see, size them up, see if you're able to take them down. And that's what this episode is going to be dedicated towards, is just killing these nighttime bosses. And then the next episode is when we're going to tackle Stormhill Castle. The first one is going to be a bird boss. Spawns right here on this ruins, and I find that the giants don't really mess with me. I'm gonna pop my physic flask here real quick. I find these are easier to fight on horseback. Because they do tend to overshoot their attacks, and being a little bit more mobile definitely helps with this encounter. Kind of staying right underneath him is your best bet, because his attacks tend to be a little bit more rangy. Oh, looks like the troll's gonna come play. We woke him up. Just gonna kind of kite him around the ruins there. Focus back on the boss. Oh, he knocked me off. Dang it. Alright, I am kind of in danger now. The advantage to fighting this one in particular on foot is that it's easier to get him to stay on the ruins. Because once you get off the ruins, then it kind of can get a bit dodgy. There we go. There he is. And we got him. So that's the first of 4 that we're going to take on this episode. And for our trouble, we get the blue feathered branch sword. That's actually a talisman that decreases, or it actually increases rather, your defense at low HP. And it is possible to fight those death birds on foot. I just typically prefer to do it on horseback because he flies away a lot and kind of gets distance on you. It's much easier to track him down on horseback and get behind him and stay right next to him to get your hits in while you're kind of out of range of his attacks. That's just my way of doing it. You can get him on foot too. Really is up to you. So the next one we are going to tackle is going to be on this bridge right here. It's a Knight Rider. Kind of approach him similar to how I fought the Tree Sentinel. Hopefully it goes better than my Tree Sentinel attempt. I'll take these guys out because they might interfere. Also going to take these guys out because they also might interfere. Oh, come on. Really? So there's the boss. As with the bird, I'm going to flask up here. This guy's got a big ol' halberd. So you see his horse has HP, of course, as does our horse. When his horse's HP gets low, I'm actually going to dismount so I can take him off his horse and follow up with a critical attack. Oh, jeez. That was bad. I didn't even damage him there. That was really bad. We're going to do better next time, guys. That was a really sloppy run. All my babbling, like, take my eye off the ball a little bit. Oh, we're back at daytime now, so I'm going to have to warp back here to switch it to nighttime. And it won't let me because... There we go. It's the had enemies around me. So we're going to advance the time to night. And that just goes to show that these encounters are definitely not risk-free, but we are definitely more prepared for them now than we were, say, let's just say, the very beginning of the game, we were traversing across this bridge and it just so happened to be nighttime and we were come across this enemy. Yeah, would not have went well. Gotta make sure I get my runes back too. Okay, here we go. So much like the tree sentinel, I kind of circle around him and try to get openings, sometimes to greater degrees of success than others. After one more hit to his horse, I'm going to dismount. Oh, there we go. Wait for him to kind of come after me. I'm going to jump attack him. Oh, missed. There we go. Now I'll get the critical on him. If I can pull it off. There we go. And then wait for him to get up, do a charged heavy. And he's got 1 HP left. I want to show you something. He actually has an attack where he has a separate moveset where he is off his mount, but he has that gravity attack where he remounts his horse. So do not be near him when he's remounting that horse because you will take damage from that. I'm just going to finish him off on foot here. Oh, I hit his horse. Oh, come on. That was almost a disaster. Keep hitting his horse, not him. Come on. There we go. So that is the Night Rider. What we're going to do now is we're going to warp on down to the Weeping Peninsula, where there's 2 more bosses we're going to fight. Another Night Rider and another Deathbird, so. This Night Rider has a flail. A kind of similar strategy for fighting him as the last one. And that flail does do bleed damage. If you can get on his offhand side, that will help. And getting stuck behind those trees is a no-no. If he goes back there, don't follow him because you'll get stuck too, and it's bad news. Now again, yeah, being on his offhand side, super helpful. If you can swing getting on that side. So I'm going to hit him one more time and then dismount. I got the... I'm just going to go ahead and dismount right there. Same thing. I'm going to lock on, do a charged heavy. And he has that same kind of gravity remounting attack. But I'm not going to let him do it. Because last time when I let him do it, it didn't go so hot for me. So we get the Ash of War Barricade Shield, and we get the Night Rider Flail. We get his flail for doing that. I'm going to rest here, and then we're going to take on the next death bird, which I feel like is easier than the first one because it's a more open area. You're not kind of like stuck on those ruins, and there's not giants directly around you. And as I've said many times before, if these fights are too hard for you now, just take note, come back later. That's the general theme of this game. And I'm going to fight this one on horseback as well. Forgot to use my physic flask. There we go. And by the way, a quick tip. So if you have, let's say you have 3 or more items equipped on your down, D-pad down item toolbar, it doesn't matter which weapon you're on, or which item you're on rather, if you hold down, it will automatically, if you hold down for like half a second, it'll automatically cycle back to whatever is equipped in the first slot. The hardest part about this fight, honestly, is the camera. There we go. Got a stagger. Dismount so we can take advantage of it. Finish things off with some jump attacks. There we go. So those are the 4 nighttime bosses that we have access to. I mentioned there's a 5th that we're going to get access to a bit later on in the game. And we get the sacrificial axe for killing him. So just wanted to show those off real quick. Because we had been intentionally avoiding traveling at nighttime because I did not want to encounter those enemies, especially really early on in the game when we were not at all prepared for it. So anyways, as I said, next time we're going to make our way back up here and we're going to go to Stormhill Castle. So we're going to have ourselves a good time there. But anyways, thanks y'all for watching. Hope this helped, and I'll catch y'all next time. Take care, everybody.